doing, Lost fans? I'm Nick Valente, staff writer for ReviewFix.com, talking to you about the season premiere of Lost, season 6. We're going to say it's a pretty solid episode. It starts off with, this takes place, where season 5 left off. You have Juliet detonating the hydrogen bomb with the rock, the white light, and you have Jack. This goes. You see Jack on the plane, and you say to yourself, okay, maybe the hydrogen bomb worked. They traveled to another time, another year in time or so. Because in season 5 is basically mostly about time travel, and you say to yourself as a fan watching the show, the episode, say, okay, you see Jack on the plane, and you start realizing, some weird stuff. Like you also see like the whole cast on the plane, the main characters, and then you're like, okay, this is working, but you begin to realize, wait, this is before the plane was supposed to crash. They go back to that time. And then you see there's a nice shot of the island underwater. You see like the big statue foot. You see that in season 5. And then it's all in the water. And there's this whole quirky Tim Burton type of music. You're like, you're watching a fucking Tim Burton movie here. And you say, okay, it's a weird start. But then as the episode goes on, it gets more interesting. It starts to come together a bit. Get some answers. I mean, a lot of answers that still, you have to get to in the show, the finale. I know the fans are anxious, but they'll get there. Remember, this is just the first episode. It's like you're peeling off the wrapper of the chocolate. Just think of it that way. So, but you see a lot of familiar faces like Charlie, and you see Charlie, who's been missing from a few seasons. Of course, he's from the previous seasons. And you finally see Claire after a while, which is pretty cool. That was nice. A lot of some emotional scenes between Sawyer and Juliet, which was a bit sad, but time goes on. The show must go on, as the old saying goes. But you get introduced to new characters in this episode. I don't want to give nothing away, no spoilers and stuff, but there's situations between characters like Saeed's a big factor in the show. You have Locke. John Locke, who's a big factor on the show. That's what the show is a little relate to them. Jack, Sawyer, the crew. And we get introduced to this new location on the island, the temple. These new characters that plays a big part in the episode. And you realize the show goes back and forth. It goes back to it's like kind of like a parallel universe where the show is being shot in the time before the crash, and then the time after everybody wakes up from when the bomb went off from season 5. It's like, I guess, their time on the island, which is kind of interesting and confusing at the same time because that's Lost. It's like a big fucking explosion. You have to put the pieces together as you go on. You find, as you Lost fans know, you'll find out more about the that dust, that powder that you throw on the floor. That plays a big role with the cabin. Why the fuck we're throwing fucking dust in the like Richard and stuff like that. With the smoke monster, find out some interesting stuff about that. It's an answer. It's one of the answers you get. And it's basically it. Just you get some cool moments, some shocking moments. Like I said, it's a long episode, 2 hours. So it's not the best episode in the world, but it's a start. And like I said, it's a start. It's like lighting a firecracker and let it rip. Let it explode. Because it's gonna be a hell of a ride. Big explosion. And we'll take it from there. I'll probably do another video, probably for the finale, but I'll be writing, each episode as it goes on through the season. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy, and get ready for the ride. It's going to be a hell of a good one. Nick Valente, ReviewFix.com, and I'm out.